Hi, Deana. Welcome to this interview. I am so excited to talk with you. And I'm so excited for you to share your story because you have type 1 diabetes. And type 1 is, pretty serious because, type 1 is when your pancreas does not make insulin. And you were diagnosed with type 1 how many years ago?
Hi, I was diagnosed 12 years ago.
12 years ago. And at that time, and even up until this point, your blood sugars have been what, 400, you said?
Yes, 400 and above.
Girl, that's scary.
Yes,
That's
very
scary.
scary. Very
So
scary.
tell me, because in a lot of girls who work with us in the academy, they are people who are just learning about the camp. They're like, I don't know if this is a program for type ones. And we do have type ones in here. And I want to talk about that because you are a perfect example of somebody who does the right protocol, does the things, and you're able to get on top of the type one. As we know, type one is never reversible. However, what we can do to heal the body on a systemic level is so much better than what you are being told and what you're being recommended by your diabetes educators. So let's talk about that. So you started and your blood sugars were 400s. You were on 50 units of insulin,
At least,
gaining
yes.
weight, not losing weight.
Gaining weight.
Tell me
And
what else is going on. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I
No, how were you
realized
feeling before?
I was not feeling good at all. I was in and out of the hospital actually. Um, I realized I was gaining weight the more insulin I took. And then I started to do some reading about it. And I was very frustrated that every time I asked my doctor, what do I do? I'm gaining weight. They told me, don't worry about it. But on
So
the
when
other
they said
hand,
when they said don't worry about it,
yeah,
how did that make you feel? Like you're going to your doctor
well,
saying, "Hey doc, I'm
well,
gaining weight. I don't feel good and my blood sugars are, high. What do I do?" And then they say don't worry about it.
exactly. Very frustrating. And I was wondering, what am I going to do? And anytime I tried to do a diet, I still wasn't losing any weight. So I've been following you for a couple of years and I said, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
try.
what are you waiting for, right? So
Right.
so you had not, aside from the high blood sugars and keep, high insulin levels and not feeling good, you had fatigue too?
I had fatigue. I have some symptoms like I have neuropathy of my legs. I have diabetic retinopathy in my eyes. So I was not getting better. I
Yeah.
was progressively getting worse, with my health.
Yeah, and you were being told what? That you would never get better and that you don't need to worry about it.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
that didn't sit well with you, did it?
No, it did not. No.
So
So I
fast
had to do
forward,
something.
yeah,
Fast
so you
forward.
decided to do something. What was the main reason why you decided you needed to do something about this?
Well, the doctor's always concerned about my high A1Cs. I was 11, sometimes I was 12, and
Yeah.
I was very surprised because I was watching what I was eating for the most part, but I realized I probably was eating the wrong food. And the A1C would never come down. I was not losing weight. So my main goal was to get the A1C down and lose some weight so I feel good and I can do things with my children.
Right. And okay, let's just show the world what you've done in just 3 months because I think this is important for women to see your and hear your story because a lot of women are in the position you are with type 1 or even type 2. Their blood sugars are 400s, their
Mhm.
A1C is 11, 12. They're being told not to worry about it, that you're nothing you can do and you can't lose weight. And you're right. When you have blood sugars at 400 and your insulin is high, you can't lose weight. That's just the function of the body. Insulin causes fat storage. So that's true. So let's show what you've been able to do in under 3 months as a type 1, which is pretty darn incredible, girl. And I'm just blown away. 10 pounds, 16 and a half inches, down 2 sizes. And when you started this program, you wanted to lose, your number one was to lose weight, learn better nutrition, and lower your A1C. We're about ready to take your A1C here in the next week or two, and I know it's going to be down. Now, maybe I'll update this graphic when we get that A1C result, but I know it's going to be under 11 for sure. You lost weight. Did you learn about nutrition?
Yes, I learned a lot about, different vitamins, different foods.
What do you think when
Um,
you see this? What comes to your mind when you see that you're down 10 pounds and 16 inches?
Unbelievable. I want to keep going.
Right. Right. Of course you do. And your blood sugars now are in the hundreds,
Yes,
and they
yes,
were in the 400s with insulin.
exactly.
I
Yes,
remember,
unbelievable.
I remember like week, I think it took a little bit. I mean, I
Yes,
remember it took about a month for us to get kind of your body to start to respond, because you're so saturated with insulin, so saturated with sugar, right? So everything we do is very there's a system, in the program, and we're very thorough, and we really make sure that we go and do things in the right order. And I remember you were the first month, you were kind of like, oh, Terry, my blood sugar's not coming down and blah, blah, blah. But then we were finally able, your body, we have to let your body just heal, right? And I
yes.
remember the day when you were on a call and you're like, Terry, my blood sugars are under 200.
I know.
I
I didn't think
remember
I
that.
could do that. I didn't think I could do it.
And then it's like, Terry, they're like 100. Terry,
Hmm.
I've seen 110. I've seen 90. I mean, I'm like,
Right.
I remember it's so fun to see how your body's healing
Yes,
and you're getting better and you're feeling better when you've been told never going to happen.
exactly.
Proud, huh? You must be
I
proud of yourself.
am. I am. And I know I got to keep with it.
Yeah. What's the number one thing that in the last 3 months? What's your aha moment about the program or about your results? What's one thing that you really are blown away with what you've learned?
Well, I met in the past years, I had met with dietitians and I couldn't believe the stuff they were telling me to eat and the stuff they were telling me to eat every 2 hours, and learning that that was not good for me was shocking,
Yeah.
shocking.
Yeah, because you were working with a diabetes educator
Yes,
who was telling you to eat certain
yes.
things, so how many times per day, and
Hmm.
your blood sugars weren't getting better.
Right.
Your insulin, you kept having to take more units of insulin.
Yeah,
You weren't losing weight. You were feeling crappy.
right.
And when you went to your diabetes educator and said that, what was her response? His or her response?
Oh, it was crazy. Like I said, with some of the stuff they told me to eat was insane, insane.
Did you have were
They
you
wanted
kind
me
of
to
wondering what
snack,
was,
you know?
yeah, were you kind of intuitively, were you thinking this doesn't seem right, but you were doing because you trusted them, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm just so happy and grateful that you came to camp and you found the program, because it's been life changing for you,
Yes, it has.
you know? And when you look at
Yes.
these results, it's like, wow, can you believe you did
Yes.
that, you know?
I know. I know. Very exciting.
What's the number one thing you've learned in about yourself during this process?
Well, I learned that I need to start doing things for myself. I have in the past put my family first, and I took this serious, and I learned I can do this. I learned that I have to love myself.
Yeah, is that why you waited 2 years to finally do something?
Probably.
Because I was just interviewing, it was, oh man, I can't remember. Oh, it was Doris. And Doris said the same
Yes.
thing. She's like, she goes, I put everybody else first. Here's me
Yes.
suffering as a woman, a vibrant woman
Hmm.
in her, 40s, 50s, and I'm supposed to be enjoying this period of my life, but I'm putting everybody else first and I'm secretly suffering. And she
Exactly.
was like, finally, I'm like, you know what? How I can be a better mom. I can be a better wife. I can be a better friend. I can be a better whatever if I take
Right.
care of me.
Yes.
And that's similar to what you just said. It's like we've got to be able to allow ourselves, give ourselves permission to take care of us and do something for
Right.
us.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And you've done a lot in 3 months. We're not done, but you've got an amazing jump start. I'm so proud of you. It's hard. It's
Thank
hard
you.
work.
Thank you. Not as hard as I thought it was going to be. It was hard
Say
at
that again,
first.
because say that again for the people in the back.
Yes, not as hard as I thought it was going to be. And at first, maybe it was a little hard, but it definitely got easier.
And why do you think it's not as hard as what you anticipated?
I don't know. You just think, how am I going to, those habits, how am I going to give up those habits, you know?
Right.
But I asked my family to help me too,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, and also
sometimes,
you start to feel better. Like your energy
yes,
started getting better. Your blood sugars start coming down. You're losing weight. Your cravings. Talk about cravings, right?
yes, yes,
It's like so when you start to feel better, then you're like, wow, is this really that hard? Because it might be hard doing the work, but I'm feeling so much better. And
right,
what I was feeling before is what made it hard.
exactly.
And now I'm feeling better. It's like, oh, maybe it's not so hard. That is the key. It's making the
Yes.
decision. So a lot of these women who are watching you right now and hearing you, they have a decision to make. Come to
Mhm.
camp, make decision to make a decision to do something for themselves. What would you, if you could talk to them, what would you tell them at this point?
Do it. You deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah. In 3 months, they can be where, where you're at right now, which is 16 and a
Yep.
half pounds, 16 and a half inches down, 10 pounds lighter, blood sugars that are almost normal. I mean,
Yes,
100s are, for especially for a type 1 diabetic, that's unheard of. And
exactly.
insulin is dropped by 50%. It's crazy.
Yes, yes. Crazy.
Proud of
Yes.
you. I know it's been a
Thank
lot of
you.
work and I know it's been
I
somewhat
appreciate
hard.
you.
Oh.
I appreciate you.
Well, I just when I have the women like you who come to me who are just in this kind of a state of chronic crisis, like
Mhm.
blood sugars at 400
Yes,
and severe insulin resistance like you have, that's chronic.
yes,
Because we know that when you have chronic high blood sugars that for that long, it's causing tissue damage in your body. And it's just, I'm so happy that you finally are, you know, taking control of that and healing your body. And your body will heal.
yes.
That's the good news.
That is the good news.
No, girl, why are you emotional?
Ah,
I had to start the recording again. I know, girl.
ah,
Don't fight it.
ah.
It's a feeling of being proud, right?
Yes, yes. Emotional. Life, there's a lot that happens in life.
Yeah. Oh, Deana.
I had a lot going on the past 3 months personally too. So I still did the program with that going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all
Right.
good.
It is good. It's tears of joy.
Yes, yes,
Well, I mean, you've had a breakthrough and reflecting and looking back on what you've been through, and
yes,
just thinking also about like everything that you have been through. What if you hadn't had your health, the improvements of your health? It would have just been harder to get through those tough times too.
exactly. I probably would have been in the hospital then.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
that's how we're going to end with tears of joy. I am proud of you, girl. I really am. And so thankful that you found it, found the program and came to camp and we're just able to make the decision, the hard decision to take care of and put you first. Good job.
Thank you, Carrie.